Hey BookTube, so I thought I would give you guys a literary update. So I'm off tomorrow. It seems like work is doing the every other Tuesday I'm off kind of route. And I wasn't gonna film anything this evening because I'm off Saturday and Sunday, so I figured maybe that would be better to like more worth, because I could potentially get a lot more reading done. Um, and if like, I don't know if that makes any sense. I would, not that I still wouldn't have anything to report, but at least I would have something, I could tell you guys, I would have more faith that I could get more reading. But, well, it doesn't matter because either way I decide to film because I'm being festive right now. So like I said, I don't have much to report. I'm in the middle of chapter 4 of The Dark Monk for my more spooky, although it's not very spooky. Granted, it's about a guy getting murdered and poisoned for something that he knew, he found out, and they have to figure out. And inevitably, there are some tense, disturbing moments that make you nervous, and depending what your your threshold is like when it comes to fear. To me, this isn't that scary, and it might be more tense and scary if I was, seeing this on screen. But when I'm reading a book, it doesn't really. But it's still a mystery. And 1 second, my dog is scratching on my door. Hi. Yeah, I'm not gonna feed you. She seems to think it's time for dinner. Well, we don't feed her until 5:30 or 6. Okay, I gotta move this because there's a light shining. Nope. Okay, let's move. Nope. And there's already some drama, some angst because there's the priestess sister who she's very wealthy, she's a businesswoman, and she speaks French, has shown up to talk to because her brother wrote to her. And of course Simon is impressed and is all into her and hurting Magdalena, hurting her feelings and making her jealous. Which I just feel I've never been in I came close to a romantic relationship one time, but then I opted out of it. But I just don't understand. And maybe I would act just as crazy, especially because I can be stubborn and I can be very sensitive and argumentative. So maybe I would be just as stupid. But as the reader, I'm like, why don't you just talk to each other instead of spending your time being all petty and bitter? Why don't you just communicate? Now maybe she will. Maybe she will tell him how she feels about it because they haven't talked too much. But she was basically, when she noticed Simon checking out the priest's sister Benedicta, and really enjoying her company and seeming impressed by her, she was just kind of a little quiet and pouty, which like your first reaction is probably going to be, your first gut reaction will probably be just, I don't know how to respond to this, I don't know how to react to this. You're like, because you'd be caught off guard if the guy you were in love with was already flirting with another woman. And he already, especially when it's already been established that you guys already love each other and stuff, and the idea of him looking at him, realizing maybe he doesn't feel the same way anymore. But, so, yeah, they're basically asking around, and he and Benedicta are going to, another, city or village, to another church to find answers and stuff, because apparently the Knights Templar might be involved in this. Which, that's interesting. The first one was the Salem witch trials coming back to the village, and now this one involves the Knights Templar, which I think is interesting. I love the whole idea of the Knights Templar, and whether it really exists or not, I don't know. Granted, it's history, so it probably did, but I don't know for sure. But I love stories that focus on that kind of talk about all these conspiracy theories and history and secret societies, and I love the Da Vinci Code. That's my favorite Dan Brown book. But that is dealing with that. This book is dealing with that. I don't know if this group of people are just using that as an excuse. And I'm sorry, my dog is. I need to let her out. Sorry guys, I wish I could edit, but I don't know how to really edit, and I don't have the patience for that. But you know what's this is real. This is very real in the real world. But, anyway, so I'm in the middle of chapter 4 right now, and then there are 16 chapters in this, so once I get to, this is upside down. I just realized the bookmark is upside down. Sorry, when a bookmark is upside down, I always feel the need to turn it the right side, even if the upside down is not that obvious to everyone else, but it's obvious to me. So like I said, I'm in the middle of chapter 4, and him and Benedicta were traveling to somewhere, and then these robbers showed up. Because there's another plot going on where these robbers are, robbing people in the village and stuff, so they're trying to figure things out, and actually you find out that, I can't remember what the head councilman or whatever, he has asked Jacob Kucel to head it, to run the search for these robbers. And I think these are the same robbers that just attacked Benedicta and Simon. And they end up getting separated because she takes off after she kills one of them. After she stabs one of them, beats the crap out of the other guys because, And she takes off and leaves Simon. But, of course, I kind of cheated a little bit and read a little bit ahead, and I think she does come back. I want her to look like a bad person. I want her to not look so innocent and so nice. I almost want her to kind of ditch him, and not come back, because I have, like I said, I have mixed feelings. I've said this before, I have very mixed feelings about love triangles. And sometimes I kind of roll my eyes. Other times I think, like I said about A Tale of Two Cities, I think A Tale of Two Cities would have benefited from a love triangle. Like a genuine, not just, there's another guy who's in love with the main girl, but, she, he doesn't stand a chance kind of situation, like apparently a lot of modern stories are. But anyway, and then also you find out that the reason why the head councilman, I can't remember his name, sent Jacob, it's not just because Jacob would probably be good, Kucel would be probably good at catching these guys, but also because he wants to get him out of the way, because he's possibly in league with the guys that poisoned the priest. So that was but he's one of those characters that is, he's one of those characters that he, does what benefits him. He's trying to be a good guy, but really at the end of the day, he's kind of selfish and a bit of a coward. It's all about what he can do to protect himself. The head councilman, not Kucel. But, so that's as far as I've read. I want to read a lot tomorrow. I need to read a good amount of, I'm going to read some tonight. And once I get to chapter 16, I'll just have 10 more chapters to go, because it's 16, so. Okay. But anyway. So now, currently, as far as Victober goes, I read a little bit more of this during my break today, but I am going to read some more after I finish filming. I'm going to read a little bit more. So this video is probably not going to go up until late this evening, so by the time you guys see it, you guys probably won't see it until tomorrow morning. depending on where you are, if you're where you are in the world. It'll be tomorrow morning for me when you guys probably see it. But and again, I haven't got very far, so not a lot has happened. Like, Basil is continuing to tell Lord Henry, about, his interest in Dorian Gray, his passion in Dorian, Lord Henry doesn't understand what Basil won't share, this portrait, and but like, Henry does not know why. He doesn't understand that sometimes people need to do things for themselves. Although, I wonder if he's just, like, if he thinks that Basil likes, because there are, I think because I do believe Oscar Wilde himself was gay. I do believe that there is definitely, like, there's a bit of the feelings, there's romantic feelings between, like Basil might have a crush on Dorian. And I've seen a couple of videos where they've, like, either from Katie from Books and Things or Claudia, whose channel name I can't think of at the moment. I cannot think of her channel name, but they talked about that and how maybe, like, Basil and Henry both like have feelings for Dorian, are attracted to him. But he didn't, like, he does not want Lord Henry, to meet Dorian, because he knows how Henry is. And Henry comes off as that. Now, I've already read this book once, so I kind of know the basic premise of what happens. I don't know all the details about what happens. I don't remember all the details how things happen, but I do know the basic story, and I got the gist of the plot. I know the gist of the plot and everything. So my thoughts kind of stem from the fact that I'm already familiar with the story. But, there's a stupid light in the... Sorry, I'm trying to readjust because there's, like, light on the screen, so I apologize for that bluish rainbow tinted light. But he expressed not wanting Lord Henry to meet Dorian, but then Dorian shows up before Henry leaves. And they're and all of a sudden, Dorian and Henry, meet, and they have a little bit of a connection. They like each other. And, and I feel like Lord Henry is one of those friends that he can be nice and charming, and you'll put up with it, but on the other hand, he's kind of a selfish jerk who doesn't care about anyone and doesn't see that some of the things he does aren't wrong or selfish and all about him and not about it. He doesn't care about his friends and what their needs are. Because I'm guessing that Basil did not want, because he knows that Lord Henry will be a bad influence and he will corrupt Dorian and ruin him and ruin Basil's perfect view of Dorian. And I'm sure Henry thinks he's doing Dorian a favor, or he's trying to prove a point that Dorian is just as bad as the rest of us. He's not pure and beautiful like you think he is. Or like I said, he doesn't see what he's doing as wrong. And then, like, he proceeds when Dorian shows up and they lock eyes, and, Dorian's all sad because, Basil's like, you need to go. I mean, can you leave now? And, of course, Henry talks to Dorian, is like, oh, do you want me to go? In other words, he knows that Dorian doesn't want him to go, and unfortunately, Basil is aware of that too, and it's like, I feel so bad for Basil, because, he wants this time alone with Dorian, but Henry is Mr. Charming and Mr. Charismatic, and, while Basil Hallward is kind of a loner, and he only shows up at these parties just to make his occasional appearance. But he's the tortured artist. He's antisocial, which, I'm one of those people who doesn't like to go to parties and stuff. I'm very, I would prefer hanging out with, my core group of friends, or just being by my core group of friends, or just being by myself. And Dorian is, impressionable, and he's naive, and he wants to be cool. He's, that guy that wants to be part of the popular group, and he's that person that likes someone just because they're cool and popular and good looking, and they don't see their faults. He probably won't see Lord Henry's faults. But it's like I wanna know. I'm looking forward to finding out how, like, first off, I don't know exactly how specifically Dorian makes the deal with the devil, so to speak, like, and I'm curious to know what's gonna happen in the end. Because I kind of have an idea, I kind of vaguely remember the end, but I don't remember exactly what happened. So I'm definitely curious about that. I ain't very far on Bleak House, but I do, sorry. That was kind of more of a half yawn. There's Esther, her guardian Anna. I think they go to church, and that's where she meets Lady Deadlock for the first time. And they kind of have this moment. She has this weird feeling, this weird connection with this woman. But then after church, when the guardian and Lady Deadlock are talking, all of a sudden she's very standoffish and kind of ignores Esther. She acknowledges Anna, but she ignores Esther. Like, she says something to her, but then afterwards, she doesn't really, like, it's like she doesn't like her. And I kind of know why. I already got spoiled for why she has that reaction on accident. I hadn't started reading the book, but I had heard about it, and I remember Katie was doing Katie from Books and Things was doing one of her discussion videos on Dickens. I can't remember what the main topic was. But I kind of got spoiled because I watched the video and she reveals some information about Lady Deadlock and her connection with Esther. So I kind of know what that's all about. So yeah, I don't have much to report on that, but yeah, I need to read. So I don't know which one because I want to get a bigger dent in this book. But Picture of Dorian Gray shouldn't really take me. It's a shorter Victorian novel, shorter than Bleak House. So I should really read a lot of this. But then I also want to finish The Dark Monk, in which I could potentially get through this a lot faster than the other two, because it's not, the chapters are long, but they're also very fast-paced chapters, because this is a mystery. And the writing style, and also the writing style of classics is a little bit different, I feel like, than the modern writing style. Like, the modern writing goes a little faster than, like, classics. So really, that's all I have to report as far as, and I'm still trying to resist starting Dracula, so I can, by at least getting one of these books done before which I'm counting on these two being the ones I finish, getting one of these two done before I even consider jumping into Dracula. And like I said, I want to get into Tale of Two Cities as well. I read some of the short stories from, like that, the short stories I might have to wait until the end of the month. I'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm off Saturday and Sunday, so I should be able to get a lot of reading done then. The light is playing tricks on my computer again. Sorry, I'm kind of off to the side here, but it's the only way I can, because, this big, huge window is right here. But, yeah, so, and I want to start Haunting of Hill House as well soon. I want to get to that one soon. So like I said, I'm holding off on Dracula, but I'm very tempted. And I was thinking about for next year, in December, like in November, I'm still going to participate in Nonfiction November, and which I also was thinking about. I was thinking, I should read the David McCullough's John Adams, but then I keep going back and forth with that one because it's been years now, and I still haven't even. I've made 2 false starts with that one, and I need to give it back to my brother-in-law. So I keep thinking. And last year when they came to visit, it wasn't I feel like my brother-in-law they didn't see the book. I didn't put it in the reviewing, so as soon as I see the book, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll give it another chance and read it again. So I need to put it in within seeing when they come to visit, because they're going to come for Christmas, I think. Plans might have changed, I don't know. But I think now that I'm feeling a little bit better and less, anxious because I'm at home, so the book is here, I'm going to attempt it again and wait until the end of November. And if I still haven't read it, if I still haven't got very far in it, then I'll put it on the dresser and give it back to. But I am definitely going to read the I am definitely going to read this, because this will be a little bit easier to read than the actual biography. So, and the letters between Abigail and John Adams. So I'm definitely going to read that for nonfiction in November. But anyway, I thought, and I'm also going to probably going to read this as well. Get back into reading Wild Swans. But I also would like to read some I want to focus on fantasy in November, because what I'm thinking about doing is in December, doing Dickens in December, or a Dickens December, and just read a few of my Charles Dickens novels and some of his short stories. I mean, and I'm already going to probably read Christmas Carol now that I got a more portable copy of it. And it has the two other Christmas novellas or short stories. I don't know if they be considered novellas or short stories. And then, I will be watching The Man Who Invented Christmas, although I might start that in November as well. I might start reading that one in November. Now, the problem is that with the thing about Dickens is his books can get pretty chunky, so I might only get through 2 books and maybe some of the novellas / short stories in December. But yeah, that's my plans for December, so I'm going to try to get as many fantasy read in November as possible. And then also, on a side note, I got this. My sister's college friend, Wendy, she does a lot of reviews and stuff. So she got this. An ARC copy. So she offered to send it to me when she was done with it. So I got an ARC copy. So it's not the actual full book, although the book is actually out because it came out on the 15th of last month. So it is out already. So you can buy this in stores. So I'll probably read this one soon. And then, I'm gonna probably buy it either, and then I will buy the regular copy. And I actually did see it at the bookstore, the hardback. But I decided, that Wings was gonna send this to me, so I decided to wait. So I will I will read this one, and then I will buy it. So that was really cool. That was really cool that she sent this to me, offered to send this to me. I love these covers, like the symbolism and stuff like that, and designs. It's very medieval. But in case this is the second book in the Lost Queen trilogy, and it's basically about the Langoreth, who is the sister. I don't know if I'm saying that right, by the way. She is a sister of, I can't remember her brother's name, but her brother is who inspired the creation of the character of Merlin in the Arthur legend. So it's his sister's story and how she's connected to the whole Arthur legend. And the Pendragons were introduced in this one, and currently she fell in love with a knight in the first book. But, she's supposed to marry, she's betrothed to someone else. And she ends up getting married to the other guy because she doesn't have much of a choice. So it's not like one of those stories where, we don't know who she's gonna, because she ends up marrying the other guy, and that's in the middle of the story. So I feel like that's not really much of a spoiler. And this is kind of about her life now as a married woman and her life with her husband and her kids and everything, and how her kids kind of, um, but yeah, I really loved the first book, of course, and I can't wait to read the second one. I'm so grateful Wing sent this to me. So, and now that you said, so, anyway, so like I said, I'm gonna reread, tomorrow I'm gonna read a little bit of Bleak House, Picture of Dorian Gray, and, what is it? And The Dark Monk. So I'm gonna read a little bit of them now. Well, I'm gonna go, sit on the back porch, or either the back porch or the front porch. I don't know which. I won't know until I decide. And I will read a little bit of them. Like I said, I wanna read up to I probably want to read up to chapter 8 or 10 in the Dark Monk book novel, because I don't know. I won't know until I start reading which ones I'm gonna focus on. It keeps going out of focus, but the problem is if I turn it so I'm more in the frame, if I'm not cut off, where I'm not cut off, then you'll see that blue light in the middle of the screen. But then you won't see it if I do this. But I'm kind of cut off too, so I guess I'll have to kind of lean a little bit. But anyway, I'm almost done, so it doesn't matter. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update of what's going on. I'll probably get more reading done this weekend, but I'm off tomorrow, so I can get a lot of it done tomorrow. I can get a little bit done tomorrow, and just chill. And I might just wear this stuff this tomorrow. Let me just go ahead and wear this. Yeah. So. And I don't know when I'll start reading Dracula. I keep thinking about it. I am tempted to read it, but I'm gonna wait a little bit and finish at least one of these books. One of the 3 books I'm reading currently. Although Dracula, I doubt I would finish it anyway. So I really should kind of focus on some of these other ones, like A Tale of Two Cities and The Haunting of Hill House might be one, because that one shouldn't take me as long. But we will see what happens. So, how is everyone's reading going? I hope it's going well. Feel free to comment in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell notification below. I hope your reading is going well, and if you are, and I hope you are staying safe, washing your hands, wearing a mask, and kind of just staying away from people unless they're like your family. Anyway, so I will talk to y'all later. Alright, bye.